Hereford?
No, didn't buy the book.
Didn't expect you back till tomorrow.
I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Mrs. Dane. This is my son, Scott, son, Johnny, and my ward, Teresa.
Hello. Pleased to meet all of you.
Pleasure. Mrs. Dane will be spending a little time with us, so I'll take her to her room if you'll take care of the luggage.
Well, I'll help you get settled. Thank you.
Interesting. What? The fact that Murdoch brought home an old friend, or the fact that the friend turned out to be a woman? Both. How come he's never told us about her? Man's entitled to a little private life. You don't tell him about your girlfriends in Morocoil. That's not like him. I don't know. I get the feeling that there's a lot of things Murdoch hasn't told us. It was a fine dinner. Fine.
I never knew beef could taste that good. Maybe you could give that recipe to Teresa.
I'd love to.
Well, now, what did you have in mind for tomorrow's dinner? I think we should discuss that.
That's all right, Murdoch. If I'm going to be an extra mouth to feed, I should lend a hand. Besides, I love to cook.
And iron, too, huh? Teresa said that you did up a lot of our shirts.
Did you, Marcy?
It was nothing, really.
Now, listen, you're a guest.
Well, with Jeff away, I haven't anyone to tend to, and in fact, I enjoy it.
Well, I approve. The beef burgundy was magnificent. The chowder, the best I've ever had since I left Boston. And Mrs. Dane, you are not just a cook. You are a cook.
Thank you, Scott. Oh, let me help you.
Well, cooking and ironing and waiting on tables. She's something, ain't she?
Something wrong with that?
No, I guess not. It does seem like she's pushing awfully hard, though. Well, I mean, when a woman starts getting busy about my socks and shirts, I start wondering what she wants.
Johnny.
And I did it again. You know, I don't believe that kid. I mean, it's just too pat. Just don't ring right, you know?
Could have been the way he said. Could have panicked. Could have been an accident.
Oh, come on. You really believe that?
I don't know. I know I want to believe it.
For her sake.
And for Murdoch's.
Hey, just how long do you think this is going to go on between them?
As long as they want it to.
Don't stop on my concern, Johnny. Say it.
Well, I just don't believe that kid, that's all. Well, I didn't spend 5 years of my life drifting through border towns without getting to know his look.
His look?
Oh, you would have had to been there to know it. It's a soft kind of slip-away look around the eyes.
I think I'd have to know a lot more about a man than that to pass judgment on him.
What are you going on right now?
Faith. Maybe it's misguided, but I wonder, back in those border towns, how many people gave it to you when you really needed it?
Murdoch,
Yes.
may I speak to you a moment?
Of course, Marcy.
Well, it's getting a little late. If you'll excuse me,
I'm going to town.
I'd like to read a book.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dane.
Good night, boys.
Good night.